Hello and welcome to another Best Automatic, but we're special, or what? So, I'm your host, Captain Pervert, accompanied by Captain Gorgeous and Captain Know-It-All. So, as you're well aware of, Netflix is doing a remake of the 1977 Sorcerer, or Sorcerers, because there's more than one, and it's all about thinking of delivering TNT in lorries. So, but that is a remake from 1953, The Wages of Fear. Now, you'd be thinking this would be really epic for us to be going around driving in lorries with sticky bombs and all that lot, because that is the main plot of the movie, driving with nitroglycerin to put an oil field out and all that lot. If you know the movies, you know what I'm on about. But I want to move on to 1957 is a lovely British movie. Yeah, Hell Drivers. So don't you be criticising it, because it is an entertaining movie. It's about a lot of men delivering gravel to one location to another. So it's just like GTA completely. And you'd be thinking, yeah, that is more entertaining than driving with bleeding explosives. Yeah, right. So, let's talk about the movie. We're not doing a movie review. Yeah, no, but I'm just explaining about our episode. I mean, this film is very interesting, as I keep saying, that, the movie starts with all the information you can read, who's in it, who directed what, who's the music and all that lot. Yeah, but we're not doing a movie review, are we? Well, no, but I've got to give you a bit of a hint what goes on to mention about our challenge we're doing. I don't get it. Neither do I. Why are you showing this? Well, the thing is, though, we were talking about remakes. There hasn't been a remake of this movie, right? What's that got to do with anything? Now I'm getting puzzled. It doesn't take much to puzzle you much, does it, Captain Know-It-All? But the thing is, after the credits, that we've got Stanley Baker turning up outside this yard, and this happens.
Hey! Yes? I'm looking for a job. Who do I see? Oh, you're not a lecture.
Why is this irrelevant for our challenge on the Best Automatic? Because it's what type of driver he is.
I heard you needed drivers. For ballast. You're a ballast driver? Any kind of a driver. What difference does it make?
Is he like a getaway driver or something then? Well, yeah, you get that illusion because you get the impression he's got out of prison, right? But the strangest thing about this movie, right, they let him in the yard and he picks up this dirty spark plug and puts it in his mouth and kisses it. But we see the secretary and then this happens.
I'm looking for a job.
You'll be lucky.
My name's Yakeley, Joe Yakeley. I met a character called Lagubin.
Oh, you know Leggy. How is he?
They put a silver plate in his skull. So I thought there might be a job going up here.
Why, to get a silver plate put in your skull?
Leggy said there was good money up here.
Well, I'll see what I can do for you.
So the secretary is played by Peggy Cummins.
I heard you needed ballast drivers.
You met Lagubin, is that right?
Yeah.
Did he tell you how much he cost us in compensation? He couldn't handle the loads, not at the speeds we wanted. How long have you been driving?
12 years?
Many accidents?
No.
You sure?
Now look, I told you.
License. No endorsements, no convictions for speeding, why not?
I guess I was never caught.
Name and address of your last employer.
I've been out of the country.
Where?
Around.
I want fast drivers. 50 miles an hour touch, right round the clock.
What kind of roads?
Bad roads, wet or fine.
What about the speed limit?
That's up to you. If you're caught, you pay your own fine. So if you don't think you can handle 10 tons at that speed, just say so.
What's the money?
We work a bonus system here. You get 7 shillings a load plus 4 shillings an hour.
Over what distances?
10 miles each way. 12 loads a day minimum. Anything under, you're fired.
It's a pretty rough pace, isn't it?
We've got one man that does 18 runs a day.
Well, what about breakdowns?
You maintain your own lorry at night. If you have a breakdown, it's your fault. And we'd like you to keep your vehicle clean. There's a bonus each week for the best looking truck.
If you got one left.
You don't like the idea?
I like the money.
An itchy palm doesn't make a good driver. Needs guts, confidence. You don't inspire me.
You're looking for a sucker, aren't you, Mr. Cartley?
That voice sound familiar. That was the Doctor, Doctor Who, right? It was played by William Hartnell, right? That's why you might recognise that voice. Doctor Who? I ain't got a clue who that is. Oh, bleeding that, yeah, right.
Lucy?
Yes, Mr. Cartley?
Phone the shop. Tell it to bring round a spare truck. Usual test run.
Yes, Mr. Cartley.
Right. You'd better not be wasting my time, that's all.
Wasting time? Well, we might be getting on with the challenge. Well, we are. I mean, obviously we've got footage, but this is what I'm trying to get at, right? That, you know, the movie, The Hell Drivers, right? It reminds me of GTA, and I think Rockstar Games must have got that idea, maybe incorporated this track. But it'd be something I love to play on GTA, playing Hell Drivers, you know, without something like, you know, doing it with a bunch of other online players and stuff there. I mean, this is what reminds me of our challenge. I mean, obviously, if you've been watching any latest episodes of Dead Automatic, that we've been doing a times trial to beat our not so impressive, not so time racing driver, right? Because it keeps beating us, you can't beat the game. But maybe the game is a bit like our character, Tom, right? What's in this movie, right? Hell Drivers, because we don't know what sort of driver our game is doing. Just rambling. Why are we doing something about Hell Drivers and you're saying this? Well, if you see the movie later on, right, they go on these dangerous roads and try to find shortcuts and all that lot. Because you know the jeopardy of this movie is like, you have breakdowns, it's your fault, speeding tickets. What about the tachograph on it? Well, if you Mr. Know-It-All, you should know, at the time, tachographs weren't invented then, or there was no reason to. Maybe this movie was a bad influence for giving the reputation for lorry driving, because if you watch the movie, it's all to do with speeding, right? They've got to go fast to make money or they'll get sacked and the pressure on, you know. So to keep a job, right? I mean, it was post-war Britain, right? So things needed to be built really back, you know, after, you know, the Second World War with the German bombing and everything, that things need to get built in a hurry. And obviously, you need really good drivers, right? Well, that's breaking the law, isn't it? Well, now, that's what I think about, you know, a remake. I mean, this is maybe the idea of, you know, doing this, you know, Charlie's thinking that, you know, the kid gets chased by police and obviously, you know, it'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, but the gimp has gone off the road and we've got a good opportunity to beat the gimp, haven't we now? Well, yeah, I mean, hopefully we don't crash and that, yeah, well, we've got a good opportunity to beat the gimp. So that will make this better, won't we? And if we were auditioning for Hell Drivers, we'd be good, wouldn't we? Why would that be? Well, this is Will Temple when he goes through his test.
What have you been driving?
Oh, this and that.
Well, take a tip. These trucks are light on the trigger. You don't have to fight them the way you're doing. Loosen up a bit. Now here's a corner. Now don't check. Better run into it.
You're going too fast.
No, we're not. We're going dandy. Step on it. Boost it around. Well, let it swing. Let it go. You see?
So is that how you learn how to drive a truck then? That's what they did back in them days. I'd still do it now if you want to become a lorry driver. Well, yeah, I mean, it's like us, we're driving on that classic game GTA 5, right? And obviously our tips to think about it if we're doing it is not to get so tense when you're racing on a game and all that lot. Just relax. Yeah, well, I'm not so racing driving, seemed to relax a little bit too much and drove off the road, didn't it? Well, not that relaxed, but relax enough that you don't get tensed up and you crash the track. I mean, obviously, you know, we want to beat the gimp, especially now the gimp has made a right bleeding blunder and mistake, and we've got a good opportunity to beat the gimp. So, this is why I got the idea of Hell Drivers, you know, because that's what they do. It's like our time trial, isn't it? You know, everything's on a timer, and we've got to do it, right? Just like that. Right?
Okay. From now on, it's the run. I'm timing you. Give her the gun. Doesn't come around so friendly. Now she's loaded this. You gotta keep that needle north of 30. Every mile you get above that, you can break down another 6 miles an hour. Drop below it, you're out of a job. 7. Your days up.
Suppose we meet something.
Supposing we don't.
Do you think our producers might have got the idea of thinking of this some Chinese trial for us to be doing then? Well, yeah, that's why I think, it reminds me of Hell Drivers, you know, because obviously the characters auditioning to do the job, and that's what they must have done, in the days. What, in movies? Well, yeah, and...
We're losing time. Got a long way to go yet. What's the matter?
Who says anything's the matter?
based on, in real life as well, back in the times as well. Don't be stupid. How can that be based? That'd be reckless and all that lot. Oh no, on the makings of it and all that lot, they actually say, auticity and all that lot with lorry drivers, we're saying, yeah, it's real life back in the time. And this is like you said, no, tachographs and speed cameras and all that little speed amps and all that lot weren't there. The only way the police could stop you is like parking their cars right in front of the lorry, and obviously, as you can see how the game is doing it on GTA 5, that, it's quite disastrous, isn't it? And, really bad. So, that's probably maybe why lorry drivers have a bad reputation and all that lot. You are talking right, swaddle you. Oh, shut up, Captain Gorgeous.
Hello. Hell Drivers is the title of a new film from the Rank organization. British films the world over have long been acclaimed for their qualities of realism, especially war films. But Hell Drivers is a peacetime story about short-haul lorry drivers. So convinced are the makers of the qualities of this picture that they've given me quite cheerfully a free hand to talk to real-life drivers, ask them what they think of the picture, and to show them next to their actor counterparts. Well, here we are in a transport cafe near London. Let's go over and meet the boys. May I join you? Thanks. Are you short-haul or long-distance drivers? Sure. Do you prefer it that way? Yes. Why is that? Well, you're home every night and you're away from home, which that's what I do. You spend a lot of money during the evening, and then it's not every people license and you can't stop in lodgings. Some people don't like it. And you're out either in the pub or the beaches, and it costs you just as much as what you'd earn if you stopped. Do you find it's a great strain being a lorry driver? Yes. It's a new style. New style, yes. Is that a general thing? Yes. So you can scatter mills any time? Yeah. So sick forever. And a strain of driving. It is a strain. It is a strain. You suffer from anything yourself? Oh, indigestion. Especially after a good meal. Don't look as though you've had any of the stomach troubles they've been talking about. Oh, no. Now, I'd like to tell you the story of this picture. It's rather interesting. It starts at a haulage company where a chap comes for a job.
I want fast drivers. 50 miles an hour touch, right round the clock.
So they actually asked lorry drivers that, like in real life, don't they? Yeah, that's what really happens up in them times. Lorry drivers had to go speeding all the way out of the job. Right, that is highly dangerous, isn't it? So, hopefully we can beat the game, like it's done its trial already.
Joe is sent for a trial run in charge of the firm's mechanic, Wilfred Lawson.
You've got to keep that needle north of 30. Give it a mile, you get above that. You can break down another 6 miles an hour. Drop a minute, you're out of a job.
So, does he get the job then? Well, yes, he does.
Lucy, come here.
Bye-bye.
Let's have another look at that license.
Yes, Mr. Cartley?
Track 13. Make out a logbook.
Yes, Mr. Cartley.
Where do I start?
Lucy! Start him tomorrow. Cards, particulars, next of kin. Look after him.
Yes, Mr. Cartley.
Thanks.
Well, aren't you the lucky one?
Spit at me, what is it?
Oh, you need to. I put in a good word for you.
Yeah? What'd you say?
Oh, I said you were a friend of mine.
What'd you do to that?
Do you always know why you do things? Yankee. Juice. Same address?
No. I'm in between addresses now.
That's yours. You've got Leggy's home clock. Number 13. I like it. Got your cards with you?
No, I've been away. I lost them.
Does Cartley know that?
No.
Well, we won't tell him. He's got a suspicious mind. I'll try and get you some new ones.
Thanks.
Got anywhere to sleep?
No,
Ask at the gate from Mile West. All the boys stay there.
I'll do that.
Oh, by the way, there's a pull in across the street where they eat.
Yeah?
Of course, you might get to know some nice local girl and get invited for supper. Do you like home cooking?
Yeah, that's good.
If I cook it, it's good. Bye, Joe.
I know this might sound funny, but everybody calls me Tom. Well,
So long, Tom.
So, that sounded interesting, but I'm quite curious. But obviously, it is my goal to do the Times trial and those dangerous rock. And obviously, you've just seen the pathetic effort of a not-so-tame racing driver, and I have to beat that time. So, good luck, alright, Captain Gorgeous. Oh, thank you, Captain Pervert. Now, I am going to try to beat the score, and obviously, hopefully, I'll definitely do it because I get well messed up. But one thing I am very curious about, Tom's trials. The bloke that was helping him. How come he didn't, drive for him? Well, it does easily explain. It's this.
how will you drive?
Me? I can't. The police took away my license.
So, that is a bit unfair, but is that how it is, being a lorry driver? If you don't do it at a certain time, that, you get sacked and that. Well, yeah, that's been the baddest driver, isn't it, and all that, that's luxury, yeah, that's why you always see them lorries driving really mental and bad, right? Even they've got tachographs and speed cameras, but, yeah, I mean, at them times, Captain Know-It-All says, you are actually giving a load of swabble, aren't you? Now, on the makings of the movie, like they said, they interviewed lorry drivers, right? And they really explain it. Yeah, but you can't hardly hear it because that background noise can't be in that. And obviously we've got our music on, and obviously, we want to hear our background noises as well. Yeah, but you want to listen to it. It's really interesting. Yeah, but I want to sort of comment about my technique driving on the dangerous road. Well, yeah, we can, but, it is consumer advice, because you does that question, didn't you? Alright then.
That's a taste of the story. See what the boys have to say about it. Do you think it's anywhere near the truth? Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. Well, you do. Are the firms that play a bit sharp with the drivers? Of course there is. And do they make it too hard for them to make the road? That's not the way it is so, I see. But a man might find it difficult to get a job if he didn't meet the number of loads, which... Well, there's always other jobs, but if he wants to gain the money, well, he ought to drive, anyhow. You need a good system. Well, it's up to the man himself. I mean, if he wants money, well, he'll have to go and earn it. You can't get money if you know people don't take a chance with So it's done mostly with these here gravel sort of people, yeah. And they're trying to make a living for themselves, you see. I only think it's a pretty fair industry. Yes, that's all right. There's that brief glimpse of the story, sort of seemed to strike you as being truthful. Oh, yes, definitely. I remember on one occasion, I was driving in front of somebody, so they thought they'd have me home back with me, and they took the pin out of the tailboard. And I was driving along, and as I was going along, I was losing my load. There's a fellow in front of me, and I wanted to get in front of him. And just so I got alongside of him, he pulled head on me. Shot me over in the ditch. So it's exactly the sort of thing we see in the picture. Yeah.
So it takes a lot of dedication being a lorry driver, doesn't it? Yeah, it does actually, and that's what I'm hinting at about the movie and all that lot. So yeah, I mean, I told you, it's a good movie to watch. But I didn't know that lorry drivers did pranks on each other and stuff like that. That isn't nice. I mean, undealing your tailgate and all your load falls out. Is that why people have to stop when somebody spilt the load and all that lot? Oh yeah, but the thing is, what's happened to your driving right now? Unfortunately, you know, I couldn't get up the hill, so I thought, you know, obviously the gimp did it, and obviously he didn't say anything about the rules. If you went off, you got completely stuck, and you couldn't get any further, that, you know, you can't do it, you know, the challenge. But even like your lorry gets destroyed, obviously you can't do it. But yeah, I thought, you know, I'll do it all over again. Oh, bleeding, that's going to be bloody boring, and you're giving the bloody gimp opportunity to bloody beat you now, aren't you? Well, yeah, but obviously I'm going to have a good go at trying to do it again, aren't I? Yeah, but it's going to be bloody boring. You ain't cut out to be a lorry driver, are you? Well, no, but I didn't plan to be a lorry driver, did I? I wanted to be a presenter for a car program, not a lorry program. Well, no, but it is interesting. We're doing interesting stuff. Like what? I mean, one thing, it is interesting. I mean, look, we're seeing the capability of Captain Gorgeous right now. I mean, obviously he got stuck on a bridge and all that lot, and he's messing about and all that lot, aren't you? Well, I couldn't help it. I mean, these lorries are a bit different compared to a vehicle of a car, isn't it? I mean, they're bigger and not really handled very well, and really technically main purpose about these vehicles, they're not really meant to be built for off-roading, are they? Well, you're not completely off-roading. You're on some form of road, aren't you? You know, it's just a bit rugged and a bit, you know, full of snow and all that lot. I mean, that's the challenge, isn't it, for you? Well, yeah, but it's just, you're not on, you know, you're criticising. Look, I was determined to beat the gimp, and hopefully, you know, I will, alright? So, that's it. So, what are we going to learn about it now then? Well, we've got a bit more about, you know, hell drivers. You know, that it had quite interesting information about, you know, it was directed by American. So technically, yeah, it's a British movie on about British things, about, you know, everybody associates that, you know, bad, naughty lorry drivers are always meant to be Americans, aren't they? You know, that Rusty Nail from Joyride, or what was British, it's called, you know, Roadkill, isn't it, and that. But, you know, there's loads of other horror movies with bad lorry drivers, especially killing prostitutes and stuff like that. But now, the bad image of lorry drivers is actually, you know, hell drivers, the British, because obviously they're making out that, you know, they've got to get deliveries done in a hurry, or they're out of a job. And that's what they were doing, is actually, you know, doing that for real. sacking blokes if they didn't get the, the loads done in time and all that lot. Well, right, fair enough. Well, yeah, it was a different generation at the time and that, but yeah, accidents will gonna occur, aren't they? But yeah, a lot of deaths and a lot of distraction and all that lot. But yeah, that's how it went. But yeah, the director's quite interesting to do a movie about it. On it's one of them we need to focus, like now on even in the best. Yeah, things were like that. If you didn't do the job, you got sacked.
First, let's have a word with director Cy Enfield. Plowing through the mud to him, I asked what the problems were for an American making such a peculiarly British picture.
Well, no, not particularly difficult. After all, there's a long history of people coming from all parts of the world to Hollywood directing typically American pictures.
That's certainly true. Have you made any study of sort of the background of the subject?
Well, yes, I had the good fortune of selecting a story written by a man who had the practical background of being a truck driver.
Cruise, isn't it?
That's right.
I've been doing quite a few lorry drivers about this, real-life ones about this picture, and they say that plot apart, the background seems to them very authentic. How did you manage that?
Well, simply by doing it. I drove tankers mostly. Tar tankers. Tipper trucks also. But I haven't had any experience of the short haul that these boys are doing here.
Did you do it out of necessity or to gain material?
Out of necessity, from old brokenness, I should say.
Did you become a writer out of doing all these jobs, or did you do those jobs in order to make money to be a writer?
The last is true, yes. I've always written, and well, I had to live in the meantime till I could get somewhere. And I did these jobs and various other jobs.
You think you're set now, or do you anticipate the possibility of doing that sort of work again?
Well, if I did, I don't think I'd object to it very much, so long as I didn't do it for too long.
I didn't know that lorry drivers can come authors. Well, I suppose they're quite good at multitasking. I mean, in them days they didn't have bleeding sat-navs, so they had to look at a paper map or the squiggly lines when they were driving at the same time. What? Bleeding, eh? That's dangerous. Well, dangerous times back then, wasn't it? I mean, you should be grateful now for technology being invented later on. But if it wasn't for these true heroes, right, for delivering stuff and all that lot, that technology might not have graced and we might not have, physical stuff what we should do as now. So you're technically saying that if we didn't have lorry drivers, or that there would be no sat-navs. Well, yeah, you think about it. What is the most popular vehicle? What we all rely on, right? That to get goods and things delivered. And we've got vans and stuff and all that. But the thing is, though, it is the humble lorry, right? And the Pacific lorry is built for certain jobs and all that lot. But yes, we all associate, if we want industry and stuff moving and all that lot, you rely on the lorry drivers, because that's what we need. And that's how countries and cities and towns are being built, if it weren't for these great capable vehicles. And on that, you are talking right dribble now, aren't you, Captain Pervert? Shut up, Captain Know-It-All. Yeah, I want to know what happens in the movie. I mean, it is patriotic, I think it's very moving. Oh, it gets really moving, especially when you meet the character Gino, what likes Tom, is his mate and all that lot. But there's a little bit of a problem, right? Because Gino is played by that actor, Herbert Lum, right? Well known for being the enemy of Inspector Clouseau, because he's French. Right, but he's Italian. Right, he's Gino, is he? Yeah, he is, right. And he got caught by, maybe the British, and he was occupied as a prisoner of war in the Second World War, but obviously he wanted to live in England, and he does, but he wants to get off with the secretary because he's got in his head it's his girlfriend, but obviously you found out later on she's got intentions for Tom. Right, why is that? Maybe because he's Welsh. Right. What do you mean by being Welsh? Well, women are attractive. Like they used to throw the knickers at that Tom Jones guy, didn't they? That singer, he was Welsh, right? So maybe that, being Welsh, they have that effect on women. Right. So can we move on then to our challenge? Well, yeah. We've moved on now. You're going to see my challenge, as you all can see, and I've been trying to beat the game for each time and all that. Look, so further ado, I should play a bit more of that movie. About how Gino met Tom. I mean, for you, Captain Gorgeous, because you seem to be really interested in this. And this is what I'm trying to get at. That more you play this game, this classic game, the more you want to do these mad adventures. And obviously, we know with Rockstar Game, it's a whole bunch of old men who have watched old movies and got little general ideas. And I think this is a good idea what our producers have done. So here's a bit of a clip.
Who is it? It's okay. What are you doing here? Who are you? That's my room. Mamma mia, you're giving me a fright. You just arrived, huh? Yeah? Capito. I come in, you lie there, you say nothing. You have a good laugh, huh? No? There is so much noise. You hear the noise, huh? This room is empty. I use her for, like a church, You want to know I should move with these things? Oh, that's okay. Come in when you like. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you. It's better in here for me. Some people do not understand. They make a joke. I don't mind. Thank you. You drive with us? Yeah, starting tomorrow. What truck they gave you? Number 13. The Gubins. 13. Not so good. You also have a Gubins room. Yeah? Oh, no. Oh, listen. The shell. She never fall in the same place twice. No, you've got a very good situation here. What are you called? Tom. To all of the boys, I am Gino, because I'm Italian, but my real name is Emanuele. Leggy Gubin, he was my special friend. You have friends here? No. You have met Red? No, I haven't met anyone. He's the boss. What we call it a pace setter. He drives like the devil marvelous. He's got truck number 1. When you see him coming, you keep it to the side. That is all I tell you, huh? Yeah, I passed him on the 12. He was going like he'd been fired from a rocket or something. That is the one. That is the one. I'm glad that you haven't seen him. Our Red. He's a special friend of yours too? I hated the sight of him. Come over to eat. Yeah, and they pull in over the road? Yeah, that's right. Girl in the office told me. That is a Lucy. Funny girl, Lucy. The boys are like to make out she is, what you call it, a hot number. Means enough. Lucy's like plenty of people. Got to make a big impression, because inside they are they're lonely. That is the trouble with girls today. All the time they must fight for something. Fight. You don't like her? I love her. She's my girl. Come over. something very special. Lucy, she don't know yet, but when I go back to Italy, she's going to come with me. We're going to have our own bambini. During the war, I am prisoner here, and I like England. I think then I stay forever. Now I think different. Bella Italia is all I want. That and Lucy. Small place of my own. The sunlight, the blue sky. The blue sky, huh? You think she'll go with you? I pray she will, Carol. I pray she will.
So that is our Gino. He was a bit deluded or whatever, you know, thinking he's going to take the secretary to his home country and have babies with her and all that. Look, and obviously, when you watch a movie, obviously, the first thing you've heard and all that's really cute and gorgeous, you know, she's what boys think, so, because, you know, it's got that hankiness or something. Welch. You're right. Okay, so you're going to feel that everybody being from Wales is some superstar. Well, technically, yeah, he is, because actually, right, because the actor, right, as you know, that Stanley Baker is, you know, from Wales, and he was offered the part to play the one and only James Bond. Oh no! Yes, Captain Gorgeous, James Bond himself. Yeah, but I don't know anything about James Bond. Well, don't worry. I mean, he turned the part down. To give it the part offered to the next actor. Yes, the one and only, the one what's playing the character, Red. The bad guy Foreman, the one that no one can't stop, and all that lot, doing 18 runs and all that lot, and he antagonised the blokes with a £200 gold cigarette case, and whoever beats him will win the case, but it's just a sedative to encourage the man to even do more deliveries in high-speed breakneck speed, and you know, you can get the idea.
Work begins again and the sandwich machinery goes into action. I was trying to find the start of Hell Drivers, Stanley Baker. It was no easy matter to single him out from the real-life workers and drivers. I think that's him. Stanley? Hello, Mike. How are you? Fine. I wondered if you can't tell the difference between actors and workers here. I know, yeah. But actors don't work sometimes, I suppose. I find it very exciting work. I like doing it, driving all the lorries, etc. You know, that's great fun. Have you made any particular approach to this part? Well, I have spent quite a lot of time here in the ballast pit and in certain pull-ins along the road at transport companies, where I'm talking to the drivers, getting to know them, getting to see how they behave, also in their work and also in their leisure time. The realism that everyone is trying for in this picture, can you give me an instance of how it works in practice? Well, yes, like we, for instance, do all our own driving, etc., the lorries, and we work on the site. But a particular instance I'd like to tell you about, there's a fight in the picture, a big fight between the villain and myself, played by Patrick McGowan. And he at one time was a professional boxer, and I've done a little myself, fooling around a bit. And Cy Enfield, the director, said it'd be a rather good idea if we did the fight absolutely realistically on the stage. Which in fact we did, and it was quite realistic. I got a couple of punches and blooded nose, etc. Pat got also a couple of punches, and it looks very good on screen. It's a new approach to shooting this kind of fight, you know, and in actual fact it was a fight. And the finished film of Hell Drivers proves that this approach was right. The thing that will always remain in my mind, though, is the fantastic, brilliant, maniacal roadmanship of the Hell Drivers.
So a real fight started up then? Yeah, Patrick McGowan, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, because he's Irish, maybe, but the thing is, though, did you know that he got offered the part for playing James Bond as well? No, because I don't know who Bond is. Oh, yeah, alright. But, thing is, though, right, that, you know, we've got two actors who got offered the part, you know, with Stanley Baker and that, but there was one guy what had to take the role, and obviously we're seeing him. What, Sid James? Yeah, very funny Captain Know-It-All. We all know it's Sean Connery, but he doesn't really do very well in this movie, does Sean, good old Sean Connery, right? Right.
And why is that?
Well, because it's sort of a womanising movie because they're all lorry drivers and that, and obviously you got Welshmen, with the ladies, I mean, obviously, but there's scandal and all that. What do you mean by scandal? Well, there's real life scandal what happened in this movie, or a lot later on. I mean, Tom character, right? He has a brother, right, and he's disabled, and and he does visit him, but the actor is obviously Dave McCallum, right, and he met his future wife, Jill Ireland, but obviously we all know about the scandal where she got off with Charles Bronson when they were married.
Charles Bronson? I wonder why he never got out of prison then.
No, the Russian Charles Bronson, the actor. She got off with him, like, when,
Right.
So, is that his scandal? Well, yeah, according to the media, right, that she wanted a proper looking man, right, she said, not a pretty boy like something like Ken from Barbie.
That wasn't nice. I bet it was well heartbroken over that, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, I think he'll frighten of Charles Bronson as well.
Well, who wouldn't?
Sorry, Captain Gorgeous, to change the images. What's going on here? Oh, this is my run. Well, yeah, but you ain't got no timer, and it looks like there's somebody in the back of the lorry as well, isn't they? Yeah, look, little fella in the back of your lorry there. That ain't really gun and health and safety, is it? Well, yeah, it's a sort of a bad example.
So, why are you doing something completely different then?
Well, I'm not. It was just how the situation was. I mean, obviously, I was online, and I had a character what jumped on the back of it, and obviously, this is our run.
Run?
Well, yeah, I've got a character with me, haven't I? Right, so we're going to be watching your images one at a time. So how are we going to know how good you're going to be doing then? Well, technically, really, if you think about health and safety, and another reason that, obviously this happened. Right, so you crashed then as well, same as Captain Gorgeous then. Well, yeah, I did, so yeah. So, I'm best moving on and helping Captain Gorgeous to find out a little bit more about the movie, shan't I? I mean, right, so our character, right, Tom, right, he goes to a little shop, right, it seems like he's travelled a long way to get there, right, but yeah, that's where he meets his brother, and we have this conversation, well, especially with his mum.
Right.
Oh, look, Mum, we're gonna have a talk.
Nothing you ever touched was clean.
Tom's trying to help us. He's got an honest job.
I don't believe it.
Let him finish. Will you let him finish? Look, Mum, you've got to forget the past.
It's not past. It's here all the time. I live with it. For you, it was just a year in jail. For Jim and me, it's a life sentence. Him stuck in the shop all day, never going out.
I know all that.
Tom.
Look, Mum, I'm only trying to put things right. I'm gonna make you see.
I'm not listening.
Tom. Mum. Please give him a chance.
You and him. Always the same. He led, you followed. I wish you were still in sight.
Oh, Mum, no. All right, Mum. You don't have to draw a picture. Don't worry, kid. Maybe it'll work out. How was it inside, Tom? Oh, bad, Jimmy. I can't ever let that happen to me again. I can't be tied down. I know what you mean. You killed me, Jimmy, knowing what I did to you. It was an accident. I never blamed you. Yeah. It's more than just making it up to you, Jimmy. I gotta make the grade for once. The right way. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know, Tom. Well, I took a job. What are you doing? Driving. Driving again? Not what you think. Listen, Jimmy, it's tough when you come out. There's only the lousiest jobs for no money and nobody wants you. So. Well, I took this one. Well, as long as you're behind the wheel, you can go anywhere. I'm driving powerless, Jimmy. It's tough, but, well, it's good money. There's even a solid gold bonus waiting for me at the end of it.
Wow, so he's a criminal then? Yeah, a bit like Captain Know-It-All, because he's a criminal as well. What do you mean by that? Well, it's criminal that we haven't seen you actually do your challenge, because I want to know if I'm the better driver, even compared to all of you and the one and only, the game. I said it's just seeing images of you just driving about with online player and that. I'll slowly interrupt. So, on our scoreboard you can see I scored that, Captain Perfect won it. Yeah, that's right, I won it, right? So I'm better in the game, aren't I? So that gives a right bad reputation now, doesn't it now? So I'm better than I'm not so tame racing driver. It's like thinking of this movie that the future James Bond wasn't no good getting the ladies. If you ever want to see James Bond being pathetic with the ladies, even going out with Jill Ireland, yeah, come on, it's interesting. But yeah, you'll think about with Stanley Baker, all the rest of them lorry drivers, that they didn't like him because he's a right womanizer and all that lot, because he's been Welsh and that. What's that got to do with that again? Well, there's all sorts of, you're just making lame excuses, aren't you? It's like saying that Sean Connery is Scottish and he'll have a bad reputation because he's Scottish. What you might by that? Because, he did, didn't he? What, being Scottish? Well, yeah, but there's other reasons as well, isn't there? What then? You're best not knowing that, Captain Gorgeous, because it's you're best knowing about lorry driving and all that lot. Yeah, that's right. I mean, because Gino gets killed in this, right? Oh, Santa's spoiling it. I haven't spoiled it. I mean, I haven't told you about the boss scamming all the lorry drivers and Tom, right, because he's upset about his mum telling him to go to jail or whatever. He takes it out on Red by stealing his truck. Red steals a truck to chase after him. They have a big battle. Obviously, there's cliffs involved, and Red dies, right? And you just spoiled it again by telling me this. Oh yeah, bleeding that, then. All right. I mean, the chase could have been a lot worse. Like it could have been like that the Mad Max Barbie movie. What? Oh, sorry about that. I got that the wrong way round. I should say Barbie Mad movie, right? Because Patel must have made a right fortune with selling all the merchandise, all them vehicles and all that, But yeah, I think Hell Drivers is a bad influence. We all think of badass lorry drivers and all that little bad reputation. But yeah, I think the movie might have spoiled that inspiration, for lady drivers to come into the scene and all that lot. Right. Yeah, Barbie was a big inspiration maybe, because like that famous lorry driver of all, Lisa Kelly, right? I mean, you know, ice road truckers might not have been the same if it weren't for Barbie and them accessory and lorry accessories. Since was Barbie have a lorry? Well, she's well known for having a taco van, isn't she? What? Yeah, I mean, I've seen you hanging around in one now. What do you mean? Why is this vert to Barbie all of a sudden? Because that Lisa Kelly, right, she's more famous for being a lady lorry driver, and everyone bleeding presumes that Barbie is officially a girl's toy. So that's what I'm getting at about her playing with Barbie. How do you know she played with Barbie? Well, no, but obviously, I bet she watched this movie. I mean, because it's got lorries in it and all that lot. Maybe that inspired her, you know, to, you know, like driving lorries and all that lot. You can't just say that watching the movie might inspire somebody. I mean, a lot of people presume that lorries are like for boys, aren't they, and all that lot. Look, we're getting a bit trying to get technical and all this lot, and it's getting a bit odd and weird now.
Yes, it is getting weird. All you're wanting to do is show images of Lisa Kelly, isn't it? I mean, you should be showing images of that 1957 movie, seeing lorries and all that lot, because that's what we're based on, and not seeing different images like with ladies with lorries.
What, because you're sexist?
It's not the case of that. You're being more sexist, trying to perverted images. I mean, you just completely ruined this episode now, haven't you?
I haven't. Oh, because I bloody won, that's why. And you're upset about it now, aren't you? Well, before you start kicking off, I think we should leave it at that and end the show. So, on that note, yeah, as I got this quote from a movie song, right? Yeah. To you trackers out there, yeah, keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your ass. You can't be saying that. That's just copyright, you idiot. Oh, I didn't know, did I?